Hello everybody and welcome. This is Chronicle Craft Season 2. This is the first actual long form recording that I was able to do. And yeah, let me tell you something. I've been busy. I wish I could do more of these videos, but unfortunately, how life is in general, I've been working a lot more, and unfortunately it's been taking a lot of time away from the server. I'm still doing my admin duties, of course. I do make time each week for that. Make sure the server's running good, checking the backups. But for the most part, I've been working a lot. I've still been able to maintain one stream a week, but hopefully things kind of slowing down. I'll be here on the server a little bit more and be able to actually enjoy and build more here on the server. So let's take a look of everything that we've been able to accomplish here recently. And here we are at our main base. Lavender and I have been working on this whenever we could find time, but as you can see, it's in a swamp, and we're trying to design it kind of like a coastal town, like in the Caribbean. We really want to go heavy on the pirate theme, and so we're trying to build, I guess you could say, buildings and houses that you would see in a a Pirates of the Caribbean movie or Tortuga. These houses have been coming up as we can, and we've been trying to take inspiration on things that we've seen, or we have a couple 3D models, like this house here in particular and the one to my left. Both of these have been inspired on 3D prints that we painted and we used in D&D. This right here is the first one that we built, and we're building it kind of into I guess a bar, I guess you would say. But Lavender's taken the time and done some of the decorations. As we come up the ladder here, we've got another portal going to the roof, and then also on the very top is our storage room. As we work our way back down, you get another view of this first room here. We're using every barrel we can for storage. This right here is like a witch's hut that has our super smelter on the top, which ain't very super, but it gets the job done. But I'll probably be coming back later and actually redesigning this, building some more of it, or rebuilding some of it to make it a little bit better functional. And then of course everything gets fed down to the ground below. Here's one of the buildings that's been inspired by a 3D print that we created here at home. Was using it for in-home D&D games. It's a little 2-story. As we take a walk in here, you can see we've got some flooring down, and that's about it. The second story floor is not done. Of course, there's no roof. And we're going to continue on over here. This is our first little shack that we built when we first came to this area. Like I said, we're in the middle of a swamp, so we needed all the protection we can get because we didn't have anything lit up, but it served its function for a little bit until we started getting these other buildings built. Now this one's another one that we built based off of a 3D print that we did and printed out. And as you can see here, we got a nice little fireplace over here. We ain't got much on decor yet. We're gonna come up to this second story where we actually started working first, and then we got a library because, to me, I like having the enchanting rooms, libraries. It makes the house feel more lived in when you got one. And this is the bedroom. Of course, we just got the bed now. We haven't been able to decorate it yet either. But as you can leave here, we're going to come up front and we're going to check out our fireworks factory. This little room here, we got our fireworks that get spilled out through there, and a leacher on the wall. And we're going to drop down, and we're actually going to take a look about what actually makes all this work. We're going to walk down this little alleyway. We're going to turn the corner, and we've got our sugarcane farm that gets auto-crafted into paper. And then we're going to come over here. We're going to go free cam. We're going to drop down, and you can see here that we actually have a little passive creeper farm. The cats makes creepers run into a little kill chamber, and then it gets pumped up into there. We got our paper into there, and we got it to auto craft into fireworks with a little on-off timer, and then it gets, of course, pushed all the way up into the building where we don't have to keep dropping down here. to get our fireworks. Here we have our starter home built by Lavender and me. We just wanted it like a little shanty kind of feel to it, since it's just going to be our starter home. And since we knew it wasn't going to be on this island for very long, was waiting on the update for the pale oak and everything to come out, so we bordered the whole area, but we knew it wasn't going to last very long. And as you can see here, this is the size of our starter base. We started on a mushroom island. We didn't have to worry about spawns of any type of mobs, but unfortunately it made things kind of hard too. So we were all trying to scavenge around, trying to find whatever we could to and populate the island with whatever mobs we could find on the outlying islands and stuff like that. For sheep, cows, chickens, grass blocks, wood. So it definitely made things pretty interesting. So we're going to keep moving, drop down this little hole. Now we're going to come back around and we're going to check out a few little things that we built that was here. We got a small sugarcane farm, and man, I need to take this home with me. And then we got nether wart over here. Whoops. And then we got our little storage area that we had over here. And of course, like I said from earlier, always got to have an enchanting room. Nope, no discs. Alright. Okay, not too bad. And of course, a couple of like enchanted books over here. And one bigger farm that we did make is actually going to be right over here. I do spend some time AFK over here, and this is our dry kelp farm. We're going to drop down in this hole, and if you want to see how I did some of this, you can see some of the one from other videos. But the observers here drop a signal down to there, to this little redstone ladder. We got it coming down through here, and of course it will power some pistons once the kelp gets so far up. As you can see, there's all the lines there. But whenever the kelp breaks from those pistons down below, it gets pushed into these hoppers by water, and then it follows the water stream down into this furnace. Now we got a dry kelp through there, but once it gets into this furnace, obviously it starts drying out, and then it's going to come down and it's going to end up getting loaded into this auto crafter. As you can see, we got some there. Auto crafter spits out, gets loaded in the hopper, which gets loaded into the dropper, which comes back up into this water stream that you saw earlier, back into the furnace, and also this hopper. And once we got extra, it'll get loaded out into the chest. And last but not least, this is the column where I stood at to start season 2 and welcome everybody aboard. I'm going to try to get some more videos out, and that's one thing I regretted from last season, was not able to get more videos. So this year I'm going to try my best to get more out. Well, with all that going on, I'd like to say goodbye and hope to see everybody again here soon.